Spotlight on Frazee is sponsored by these community-minded businesses and organizations. United Community Bank, an independent, family-owned and operated bank committed to empowering customers to achieve their financial goals. Member FDIC. Frazee Family Foods, what a hometown grocery store should be. Friendly staff, family-owned, and a wide variety of groceries to fulfill your needs.
Welcome to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Ledke, and I'm here today with Chief Tyler Trigloff. And, of course, this time of the year, we're looking at hunting season coming up, Tyler.
Yes, good morning, Mayor. Hunting season is a big deal in Minnesota, one of our major pastimes, and this is my 10th or 11th year now I'm teaching youth firearm safety. That starts about the third week of September, and we have a spring class and a fall class. And I got a few notes here. Right now, 10 and 11-year-olds can legally hunt big game deer with an adult. They changed that a few years ago. And after that, you need your firearm safety certificate. And our class is open to 11-year-olds and up. And we have teenagers. We have the 10, 11, and 12-year-olds taking it mostly, but there's teenagers. There's even some adults that have taken it with us also. That's the option. We have 6 classes on Sunday and Monday nights for 3 weeks, so a total of 15 hours of class, and then we have a field day after that.
And now when you do these field days, where do you usually go for that?
We just go a couple miles out of town to our cattle pasture, actually. So we could take the kids around, show them different hunting scenarios, a couple different tree stands that we have on the property, and preach firearm safety the whole time.
Okay, and I know, this is a major thing, hunting in Minnesota is big, and to continue this on through, from generation to generation is a tradition. It
is. I've been hunting for over 30 years, I guess, and my little guy has been shooting a gun for 7, 8, 9 years. And the one thing that I always stress in class is hunting safety. Firearm safety starts at home. I hope that these kids have had some experience at home ahead of time. It takes a little stress off of us as instructors. And if they haven't, we will gladly help them. We'd like to take them aside, get them a little more comfortable with the firearm if they're not. So we'll make exceptions, or we'll make accommodations for that also.
So how do they get registered?
We register through Frazee Community Education on the high school website. Kitty and Robin up at the school do a wonderful job. And we have a class limit of 20 students. And I see there have already been 5 or 6 that have registered. And we'll hand out books that first and second week of school. And we kind of limit it to anybody can take it, but it's limited to the Frazee area is who we promote it to, and we don't advertise on the DNR website. But if you need to register on Frazee Community Ed under the Youth Enrichment tab, and then there's a deal for youth firearm safety. The class, you don't pay when you register, but it's $5 to the instructor, and then it's $7.50 payable to the DNR to get your certificate.
Well, that's great. Anything else, Ty, you want to mention?
As far as adults taking the class, if you were born before 1979, December 31st, that is the cutoff. You do not need a firearm safety certificate in Minnesota. If you were born after that, you need to have your firearm safety certificate to hunt big game. Small game, not the issue, but big game is that's a requirement. Or if somebody wants to hunt out of state, other states require you to have a firearm safety certificate, and it's easy to get. Another option, if you cannot make our classes or the adults don't want to sit in with the kids, is the online class. That's available on the DNR website. It's $25, I believe. You take that at your own pace. It's about a 12-hour course. And then you print that certificate. Then you can bring it to me, and we'll do our field day after that. We'll fit you in our field day with the other kids, so we're very accommodating in that sense.
Well, I appreciate you being on the program, Tyler, and I also appreciate you helping our youth continue this great tradition in northern Minnesota.
Thank you, sir.
And with that, we'll be right back with another segment of Spotlight on Frazee.
Spotlight on Frazee is sponsored by these community-minded businesses and organizations. The City of Frazee and Frazee Event Center, featuring a 5,000 square foot room, a built-in stage, and a full-service bar, perfect for a multitude of events. Call or click to book your event. Frazee Community Club, people and business coming together to make the community fun, friendly, and thriving. Become a member and help support your community. Frazee Vergus Forum, locally owned and operated, bringing you news for the Lakes area in print or online. Subscribe today, FrazeeForum.com.
Welcome back to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Ludke, and I'm down here by the Little Turkey Park with one of the newest businessmen in our community, Chad Koenen, he and his wife now own the Frazee Vergus Forum. Welcome to the show, Chad.
Thank you very much. We're happy to be here and be a part of this community.
Yeah. And so, what brought you to buying the Frazee Vergus Forum?
Well, it's kind of a crazy story. Delaire, I had talked to him quite a few years ago that if he was ever looking to retire or sell, and to give me a call. And he called me here back in March. It was actually right after state wrestling, and said that him and Gail were thinking about retiring and asked if we'd ever consider buying the Frazee Vergus Forum. So it took about a week, and we kind of had the details figured out, and here we are.
Well, and I know that you own two other newspapers.
Yep, my wife Danny and I and our family, we bought the newspaper in Henning in 2010. And then in 2013 we were approached by some people in New York Mills and started a newspaper in New York Mills in 2013.
And so now your time gets divided up between the three cities.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out how I'm going to go to three towns at the same time, but we're working on it. We have a great staff up here. Most of this Barbie's still here. We have a graphics artist that's working here named Carly, and we have some other people that'll be joining the staff up here as well too.
Well, and I know by looking at the new layout, it's very impressive on how you've updated the newspaper.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, one of the things that we really want to focus on is news in Frazee and Vergus in this area, but we also want to focus on pictures and things to make it look appealing as well. You know, great news is great, but you have to be able to have people look at it too, and that's kind of one thing that we're really focusing on now is both the look and what's in the newspaper itself.
Well, Chad, what got you involved in the newspaper business to begin with?
I've always liked writing. It was always something that came easy to me, and I guess about my senior year of college I decided I better pick out a major. So writing just seemed like a natural fit, and ended up starting as a sports writer and kind of worked my way up from there.
Well, that's very interesting. I actually used to do photography work here for the high school and the newspaper back in about 1965.
No, and my wife, she does a lot of the bookwork and the bookkeeping, so she does kind of all the behind-the-scenes stuff that a lot of people don't see, but I know she's up here quite a bit, and she'll be taking pictures as well, too. So
what town do you call home, then?
We actually live in Deer Creek. My wife was born and raised just about 2 miles west of Deer Creek on a farm, and we live in the farmstead next to where she was raised, and her parents live about a half mile down the road, so it's kind of a nice little area down there, too.
It is. Deer Creek's a very nice town there. Nice cut across through there, and we had a pretty good mayor down there, and I guess he's going to be done too now.
Yep, he's done. I think he's done. He's not running for re-election this year. So, yep, there's quite a few mayors that are going to be done here this year, I think. So.
Well, we really appreciate you being on the program, Chad, and we look forward to working with you here. And welcome to Frazee.
Hey, thank you very much. We're glad to be a part of this community, and we're looking forward to being up here for a number of years.
So, with that, remember, pet the dog, hug the kids, kiss the wife, and wave at your neighbor. And we will catch you next week on Spotlight on Frazee.